Hey guys, sorry going a little bit late. My connection wasn't just wasn't going. But I am here prepping my meals for the week. So I just wanted to hop on and show everyone what I'm doing because I know some people struggle with this, and so Tyler went to Costco today, so we have a crap load of stuff. So see what I've got so far. Tell me hi if you're hopping in. So he bought like twice as much spinach as he was supposed to, but oh well. So we got all those big old things of spinach. We are doing stuffed peppers this week, so we got 6 peppers. I started getting our rice ready, cucumbers, strawberries. We've got, here is for the yogurt and oats that we're making. Tyler's our oats, mine's just yogurt. Started our cucumbers. We got our fruit for our oats and stuff here. So that's what we've started so far. If I go over here, I'll show you the meal plans for the week. So this is mine. So I have eggs for breakfast every day. Every day for lunch I have yogurt with fruit and then coconut, and I'll show you that. And then same thing with Tyler, but his has oats, so it's the same thing as my overnight oats. I just took out the oat parts of it because I just cut down on my carbs a little bit. And then so we have our cucumber or fruit for the week that we're cutting up. And then our dinner, we're doing stuffed peppers, zoodles, pineapple chicken skewers on the grill, and then elk cheeseburgers again. So yeah, that's kind of what we're got going on here. So we'll start with the oats. So what we do, I got a couple started. So we have I do mine in a mason jar, and then I do his in a container because his is twice as much because he eats more, so we do it in a container so it's bigger. So for mine, so our meal plan, our bananas are half a banana counts as 1 portion of fruit. So for mine, I like to have banana and berries in my oats or in my yogurt. You can cut up cucumbers if you want. For sure. So for mine, I cut my my banana into 4s when I am doing it. So I get to do, so that counts as a half of a fruit basically. So then I also get to have the berries in there. So for mine, I just cut it quarters like this. So I have my measurements out first, and then I go ahead and then I cut it into quarters again the other way so that they're in smaller chunks, just so they get to mix up more. And then I slice them into smaller little chunks. So I'll show you here. So first I cut them in quarters this way to get them smaller, and then I just dice them here. And so these are the quarters, so then I just take for mine a quarter of it, put it in here. And then for Tyler's, we just do a half, so I'll do these halves here. And then, so for the other part of the fruit, we're going to do the berries. So our purple is a berry container, so for Tyler's, he gets a whole one because he does 2 full containers of fruit. So that whole thing goes in there. But for mine, since I have the half of the banana, I only get half. So we just about guesstimate on that. Just like that, and then I'll just pour it right in there. So that's what we have so far. So far I've done 1 red container of this Greek yogurt here. So mine gets 1 red, Tyler's gets 2 reds. Then we did a quarter banana and then a half a banana, and then berries mixed up. Mine got half a container and his got a full container. So I'm just going to wash my hands. He's cutting cucumbers over here to get all set up. So for his, he gets oats. I don't, I said, because I just cut down on the carbs a little bit. So just like that, container of oats. So it's super simple, and I'll have to fill that one up, but it's just a really easy way to get a lunch. So we take them for lunch, and he can bring them in his little lunch cooler. So then I have coconut, and then I do pure maple syrup, And then I do cinnamon. Are you doing coconut or are you doing peanuts? Okay, so in our meal plan, coconut counts as the same as like seeds and dressings. So I let him pick. I don't really eat ever peanuts or anything. So I always do coconut in mine, and it's just this little tiny container. So I just go like that and throw it on top there. Sometimes he likes to do coconut in his, and then sometimes he likes to take peanuts instead to lunch. So I just let him pick what he wants to do. So that's what we do there. And then I get maple syrup. You want to make sure that you're getting 100% pure maple syrup, not like any store-bought brands. Those are just really basically what they are, high fructose corn syrup. You're not getting that. So then here, I just added the coconut on top there, and then I just do like just a little bit of maple syrup in there. Over here, he's got a little bit more because he's got a little bit more food in there. So that's all we have in there, and then we want to do just a little bit of milk so it helps it, oops, will you close that? So it helps it mix up. I really like this almond coconut blend. Otherwise, I used to do just 100. It was almond milk, but I did unsweetened vanilla just to get a little bit more sweet. So we're just gonna take it in here. Just again, just like a little bit in there to help it. I'll do a little bit more in his because he's got a lot more. And so that just helps it mix up, and so it's not so like tasty, because Greek yogurt's a little bit more thick, and then once you get all the other stuff in there, you definitely just need the milk to mix it up. So for mine, I don't have the oats in there, but that's all done, and then I just throw a top on my mason jar, and I just mix it up, and then I put it in the fridge, and then I eat it throughout the week. So, oh no, I forgot to do the cinnamon. I always add a little bit of cinnamon in there because it just helps with the flavor. Super, I just do like a little bit of a little dash. That definitely depends on your taste and what you want. But then I just mix that up, and then I make those for the whole entire week. It's super easy. They're fairly cheap. Not that fruit's the cheapest, but you gotta get your fruit in anyway. So that's a different, cheaper meal for lunches. So then we have our cucumbers here. I'll show you what we already handed out. So these are all, this is your double too. So this is his, he takes 2 to lunch. He takes double because he eats more.
Sandwich bag.
Yeah, so you also have a couple days with carrots in there too. And then for mine, I just do 1 container. So we got our green container here. I have some cut up here. I just threw them on the counter. I always want to make sure that I stack them decent because I don't want to miss out on like a lot of whole lot of space in there, airspace. So I usually just stack them like that, and then I'll throw 1 more in there, and then the baggies are in here. Oh, did you get them out? Right. So then I just go ahead and do those. Throw them in these baggies here, and so then we have all of our vegetables for the week all prepped out. So that's a super easy way to make sure that you're staying with all your vegetables, because you're gonna eat them if they're cut up more likely than if you have to cut them up when you have to eat them. So another thing we want to do, I'm gonna cut up this banana here for his, since it's sitting out. But then I'm gonna prep for our shakes. So whether you do smoothies, Shakeology, anything, you can prep ahead of time. I always like to add my spinach to my shakes because it's an easy way to get an extra vegetable. You can't taste it at all unless you add like a ton, but Tyler adds quite a bit, and I don't think he minds too much. You know, you can definitely tell it's in there, but it's not too bad. So we'll do that, and then we also freeze some fruit in there. So when the bananas are frozen in there, you don't have to add as much ice, so it just makes it a little bit easier as well. So this big old bag here. So for mine, I just do one or the other. I don't do spinach and a fruit. I just pick one or the other. So the containers are actually the same for the fruit and the vegetables, so I can just mix and match. So for mine, I just get about a handful of spinach really, throw it in there. Usually let it overflow a little bit because extra spinach is always good. And then we just go ahead and do that for the week and then freeze them. And so it's just an easy thing to also throw into your Shakeology. That way it doesn't go old. You're not wasting all your spinach and stuff. And it's easy and portioned out, and then you won't miss it as well. So for his, we do 2 containers of spinach and then half a banana. So he gets a lot more in there just because, like I said, he eats a lot more on his meal plan. He weighs more, he's building more muscle, he's got a more active job than I do now that I am not serving anymore. So he gets to eat more food throughout the day. So putting it all in the shake is a good extra way to do it. So I've got 2 containers of spinach in there so far. And we got bananas. And then again, since the bananas are higher in fat, we do half for a serving just because they're higher in fat, and so that's just what it is. So this is what he throws in his shakes every day. It's 2 containers of spinach and half a banana. Whole lot of nutrients in there, but it just blends right up in the shake, so it doesn't. Huh?
All the nutrients.
Yeah, and all the nutrients in Shakeology, but it's all blend up, so it's a really easy way to get extra food in. So what we have prepped for every day, either oats or just the yogurt and fruit for me. We have our veggies or fruit and veggies for the yogurt. We have our cucumbers for our snacks. He also is doing some carrots in there. Some days we're doing apples, so we have apples in here. Those don't really take any prep. Other than that, we have, the other day we already made these because we ran out. So we make these always peppers, sometimes spinach, onions, sometimes jalapenos. So we dice all that stuff up and saute it, a whole bunch of it, and then so we have it ready to go, and then we throw it in like eggs, or sometimes he makes hash browns, and so we throw it in there, and it adds our veggies for the day. And that way, breakfast is always hard to get in because we're always so busy. He's always out the door, so when we have the vegetables always cooked, it's a lot easier to throw them in. We've had to do that last week. We had to cook them Monday and then Wednesday and then I think Saturday again. So we ran through them really quick, but that's all right. It's not that hard. So we meal plan a couple days a week, honestly. But I think this week, now that we've got more laid out, we'll be all set. So I don't see any questions or anything, and I don't think anything else we have. We're gonna make some rice because we have rice throughout the week. So we'll make rice and have that ready. I have stuff here to make. Most of it's in here, but I'm gonna make homemade granola for the week. So that's one of my carbs, and it's a really good way for me to keep on track because it's sweeter, so it helps me stay on track with the sweetness. So yeah, that's what we've got going on this week. If anyone has any questions or anything, just let me know. We're gonna make those pineapple chicken skewers, which are gonna be awesome. I'm really excited about them. It's like grilled pineapple and peppers and chicken, so it's gonna be really good. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on and say hello to everyone, and yeah, thanks for hopping in, guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and yeah, thanks. Say thanks.
Thank you.